What's up? Hello everybody, Marlett here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you one of the greatest card tricks in the entire world. And that's not an exaggeration. It is quite literally one of the greatest card tricks in the world. If you're in the Magic community, it's normally called any card at any number. And it's apparently, supposedly, as magicians say, the wildest, craziest, most impossible premise of a magic trick. Any card at any number. And this is a very simple version that you can do today with zero sleight of hand. And it's all built on like subtleties and language versus sleight of hand and magic. Okay, so I'm going to perform it for you first. And first of all, you might notice that my phone is right here, and that is intentional. That is my prediction. And we're going to get to that in a moment. First of all, just so you see, the cards are different. They are mixed up. They are shuffled. But you could also, obviously, shuffle the cards as well, as much as you wish. And the spectator can, again, confirm they are all mixed up and they are all shuffled indeed. Then, very simply, you just ask the spectator, your friends, to name any number between 1 and 52. There's 52 cards, so name any number. And let's just say, for explanation purposes, they say 12. Okay, that is their number. They can change their mind, but to very fairly, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cards. Now I know as a magician you think I'm doing sleight of hand. So just to confirm, make sure I didn't add any cards or take away any cards. Please check my work, double check my work. So then they would double check just to make sure, just for safety purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 indeed cards. The crazy thing though is my prediction has been sitting here on my phone this entire time. You could have named any number between 1 and 52, and that's the 12th card right there. And you confirmed that that was the 12th card. You counted yourself. That was the 12th card. Your card that you stopped at was the Ace of Spades. Ace of Hearts. Sorry, Ace of Hearts. And my prediction was indeed the Ace of Hearts. Isn't that so good? It's so good. Okay, I'm going to teach you two different versions. I'm going to teach you one that I just did, and then I'm going to teach you one that involves a little bit more sleight of hand and a little more skill. First of all, this doesn't have to be your phone. It could be a piece of paper. You know, it could be a duplicate card in your wallet. It could be whatever you want it to be. Phone is kind of nice because you can change it as you go. But the downfall is sometimes people think that Siri is listening and she's doing some stuff. So a practical prediction is really good. So this is the simple version. This is the self-working version. And as I said in the beginning of this video, it all comes down to language and your, not only language, but your attitude, right? Magic is 90% attitude. It's like, it's kind of gaslighting your audience to kind of gaslight them to think that what is happening is fair when in reality, most of the time it's not fair. So that's exactly what's happening here. Your force card, which in Magic that's what we call that. It's called a force. Like I'm forcing you to pick this card, even though you think you have a free choice. It is a force. And what is happening is that card is on the top of the deck. I apologize if my camera is rocking. I'm on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean performing here in the Sky Princess. So I apologize. So that's right there. So you can shuffle the cards as much as you wish, as long as you don't mix up the top cards. So that's very, very easy to do. You can either do a riffle shuffle, which you may have seen magicians do, which is this. And as long as that top card doesn't get disturbed, you're fine. You can do an overhand shuffle. Again, as long as that top card doesn't get disturbed. So what I'm doing here, instead of grabbing the top and shuffling it in, I'm actually just grabbing a portion from the middle and I'm shuffling in. So then the top card always stays the same, but it looks very, very fair. Okay, that's what's happening there. And I'll go over a more difficult version in a second. So then they name any number between 1 and 52. And the subtlety here, the confidence part that I'm talking about, is that you, the magician, count it off first. So let's say for explanation purposes, they say 10. They could name any number between 1 and 52. Obviously, the bigger the number, the more boring this is. So I always say is somewhere in it. Like, give me a number between 1 and 52, somewhere like in the middle or so. Make it really difficult. It's not really difficult, it's just less boring. So let's say they say 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a free count. And what that has done, it has made the ace of hearts, our fourth card, now on the bottom of that pile. Now here comes the gaslighting. This is the tricky part. I go, look, that's fair, but I understand you're skeptical, right? Us magicians, we do sleight of hand and stuff. So just to make sure I didn't add any cards or take away any cards. And now, when they count those cards off, all they're doing is reversing the order, which is putting the ace of spades on top. Now it's on top. Now it's right there. And now you gaslight them even more. You say, look, you could have chosen any number between 1 and 52. We shuffled it up. And then you counted those cards off, and that makes this the 12th card, and that's your card. And you could have, if you would have stopped at 11, or 9, it would have been the 10 of spades. If you would have stopped at 12, it would have been the 6 of diamonds. You know, you're just building on this idea that, you know, it could have been any of these cards. But in reality, they put the card in position for you. Isn't that great? It's so simple and so subtle. But if you're not confident in it, they might catch on. So it's very important that you are like, that's it. That's fair. If you would have stopped here, you would have got this. If you would have stopped there, you would have got this. But you counted those cards yourself. You confirmed it was only 12 cards. Even though this has just been the top card the entire time. And then after that, it's all showmanship. It's, you stop the ace of hearts. My prediction, ace of hearts. It's so good. It's so simple, so easy. But the fooling part, the way you fool them, is by really being confident and confirming what is not true to be true. That's very, very important. Now here comes the harder version. This is more of a actual card, any number. The version I just did for you is not any card, right? It's a force card, but in this case, they are going to pick a card. So all I'm going to do is drop the cards from hand to hand. Or, if you don't know how to do that, which all I'm doing is grabbing it on the opposite corners, I'm applying a little bit of pressure with my top finger and letting the cards fall from hand to hand. I can do a video on that later on. But if you can't drop the cards from hand to hand, you could just have them pick a card. So just spread the cards between your hands and have them pick a card, okay? They take it out, regardless if you have them do it that way, or you could just have them say stop. They take it out. Either way, they have taken out a card. But let's pretend they take the ace of hearts just for explanation purposes. So they choose that card, right? Now, you're going to have them put it back in the middle of the deck very fairly. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting off a pile of cards. I say, go ahead and put it in the middle, which is very fair. It's truly going in the middle. And this is called a key card, okay? There's a million card tricks you can do with a key card. All that's happening is as they put it back in the middle, all I'm doing is looking with my eyes at the card on the bottom of my pile, the card that I've cut at. So again, so you look at your card, don't let me see, take a look at it, and go ahead and put it back right here in the middle. And then all I'm doing is as I do, I put the pile back on, I'm just looking at that card. And what that's going to do is put my card, my key card, my little helper card, on top of their card, right there. So now it's right there. And now here's the difficult part. You're going to do some sleight of hand. You say, just to be fair, and also you could cut the cards as much as you want, because it doesn't disturb the order. My card is always going to be next to their card. Even if for some reason I cut the card to the bottom, when I look back, I can see where my key card is, which is right next to it. It's always going to be there. Even if these cards get separated, it's going to make sense, because if I see my key card here, I know it's now on top. But most of the time, it's somewhere in the middle. As long as you don't shuffle them, you can cut them as much as you wish, and it's not going to disturb the order. But you say, just to clarify, so you know I'm not doing any sleight of hand, I want you to look and make sure your card is legitimately somewhere in the deck. And as I'm showing them fairly that it's somewhere in the middle of the deck, I'm just looking for my card, not their card. I don't know what their card is. I'm looking for my card, which is right here, the 4 of spades, which means the card beneath it is the ace of hearts, which is their card. And as I go through, let me put it a little bit more in the middle here for you. As I'm going through, I'm just looking for my key card, and I'm just like, if you see your card, don't say it out loud, but just, you know, confirm that you have it. And as I show, yeah, I am just going to make a break with my finger underneath, well, on top of my card, which is going to be underneath their card. So when I square it up, I have a little break right here. Forget all those cards. A little break here. And then I'm going to shuffle, which puts their card on top. So let me go back real quick. Let me get my key card, pick up those cards that I've now flung across the room. There's their card. Okay, so put it here in the middle again. So I'm showing. I see my key card. I keep on showing. I keep a little bit of a break here on the bottom, okay? And as I square it up, I keep a break. And all I am doing is cutting their card to the top. It just looks like I've cut the cards again. So now the card is on top, okay? If you know more sleight of hand, you could do other things, right? I could do control. So I put the ace of hearts in the middle, and I shuffle, 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 but now the card is on top. This is a little more advanced, and we can go over that in a different video. Regardless, if you can get the card to the top, that's all you need to do. And you can do that by either a control if you're a magician and you already know some sleight of hand, but if you're new, just do the other version. Or if you want to do a little bit of a sleight of hand thing, just look at a key card, like let's say the Joker, and as I square it up, I'm just cutting the card right there to the top. Okay, so that's it. It's a card at any number. It's so good. Even the simple version is so fooling. I fooled so many magicians with it because they just forget, they get disoriented and they forget, you know, what was going on. It's really, really good. So please go and try it. It's really the greatest card trick of all time. And my name is Marlett. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I would desperately love for you to subscribe. I'm trying to do more videos like this almost every single day. Teach you guys really, really cool magic tricks. And I would love to be friends. And please comment below if you try this card trick, if you learn the card trick, if you have questions, please let me know. If you just want to say hi, I will say hi back too. But thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next video.